Okay, I'm back. And again, do you notice that a lot of water is sloshing onto the continents? And that is corresponding to the breaking up of the continents. So you're going to have these mid-ocean ridges. It's raising the topography of the ocean floor. It's dumping all of that water onto the continents. So as the continents are beginning to rift and break apart, you'll see that lots of areas of North America are being covered up by water. So what's happening on land is you have your first flowering plants, and you have the first ants, and you have the first bees. So what advantage does a flowering plant, what's it going to have over a conifer? Okay, one of the things is going to be its seeds are going to be inside of a fruit. All right, so would you rather eat a pine cone or an apple? Okay, they both got seeds in them, but in the case of the flowering plants, they make a fruit that is going to have the seed in it, and so then organisms are going to come along, eat the fruit. The seeds are going to be okay, so they're going to pass right through the digestive system, come out the other end, so they're going to be encased in natural fertilizer when they come out, and they're also going to be dispersed because those animals will walk away from the apple tree someplace, and then when they poop, that's a new place where an apple tree can grow. So it's a better way of dispersing the seed than what the conifer was. The conifer had to depend on the wind in order to blow the seed around and to distribute it, but this is a better way. And then what about bees? So you notice that flowers and bees, they evolve at about the same time. So notice that the bees take advantage of the flowers and they pollinate them. So as a bee lands on a flower, it picks up some pollen from this flower, and then it goes over to another flower and it deposits that pollen on the egg for that plant. So bees are a really good way of, again, distributing genetic material. Well, the Cretaceous was the heyday for the dinosaurs. So the dinosaurs became the most developed during this period of time. But unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. So about 65 million years ago, December the 25th on our cosmic calendar, there was an asteroid about 10 kilometers in diameter. So when one end of this asteroid was making impact with the Earth, the other end was about 30,000 feet up in the air where airliners fly. And it was traveling at about 7 kilometers per second. So that going at that speed, you could fly from Minneapolis, Minnesota to Houston, Texas in 5 minutes. So that's how fast this thing was going. Well, it had a lot of mass and it had a lot of speed, so it had a lot of kinetic energy. So when it hit the Earth, it blew a lot of material into orbit, and that blocked out the sun. And so without the sun, then the plants began to die, and then without the plants, then the animals began to die. So that we think that this was the demise of the dinosaurs. Now the impact was down in the Yucatan Peninsula. So that middle picture there shows the impact site. Now if you go down there and you look around, you're not going to see a big crater. However, if you use seismic waves to probe the ground, you would notice a ring-shaped structure. And they think that that's the crater that was created by this impact. All right, let's take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the survivors after this mass extinction.